A date with a stranger. Lena tapped her fingers nervously on the small café table, watching the steam rise from her untouched latte. The rich, warm smell of coffee and freshly baked pastries filled the air, but she was too anxious to enjoy it. Her phone buzzed again, another message from her best friend. Maya, have you seen him yet? What's he like? Don't forget to breathe. She smiled weakly and typed back, not yet. And I'm trying to remember how to breathe. This was so unlike her. Lena was usually cautious, the kind of person who planned everything weeks in advance. Meeting a complete stranger for a date? That was something Maya would do, not her. But after her long-term relationship ended 6 months ago, Maya had insisted she needed to get back out there. So, against her better judgment, Lena had created a profile on a dating app. That's where she met Alex. His profile was simple, a few pictures of him hiking, a funny quote about coffee, and a short bio that said he loved old bookstores and spontaneous adventures. They had chatted for 2 weeks, and he seemed kind, funny, and respectful. He didn't pressure her, he just asked interesting questions. When he suggested meeting at this little cafe, the cozy corner, she finally agreed. Now, sitting here, she questioned her sanity. What if he wasn't who he said he was? What if they had nothing to talk about? She checked her watch. He was 5 minutes late. Maybe he wasn't coming. A strange mix of disappointment and relief washed over her. Just then, the little bell above the cafe door chimed. A man walked in, looking around slightly uncertainly. He was taller than she expected, with kind eyes and a hesitant smile. He matched his pictures, but somehow he seemed more real. He spotted her, and his smile grew a little more confident as he walked over. Lena, he asked, his voice warm. Yes, that's me. You must be Alex, she said, hoping her voice didn't sound as shaky as she felt. He sat down, apologizing for being late. The bus was stuck in unexpected traffic. There was a parade downtown, I think. A parade? On a Tuesday? Lena asked, surprised. Alex laughed. I know, right? It was a very small, very enthusiastic parade for someone's pet poodle, from what I could see. Lena couldn't help but laugh too. The tension in her shoulders eased slightly. He ordered a black coffee, and they started talking. It was surprisingly easy. They talked about their jobs. She was a graphic designer, he was a high school history teacher. They talked about books and their favorite places in the city. He told a funny story about a time he tried to bake a cake for his niece and accidentally used salt instead of sugar. The look on her face, he said, shaking his head with a grin. I've never seen a 6-year-old look so betrayed. I've stuck to buying cakes ever since. Lena found herself relaxing completely. He was easy to talk to, and he listened intently when she spoke, his eyes focused on hers. It felt nice. Normal. For the first time in months, she wasn't overthinking a conversation with a man. After they finished their drinks, Alex looked out the window. The sun was starting to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It's a beautiful evening. Would you like to go for a walk? He asked. There's a small park just around the corner. We don't have to if you're uncomfortable, he added quickly. Lena hesitated for only a second. Her usual rule was to keep first dates short and in public places. But the cafe was public, and the park was nearby. A walk sounds lovely, she said. They left the cafe and strolled down the tree-lined street. The air was cool and fresh. The park was indeed small and quiet, with a pond in the middle and a path winding around it. They walked slowly, their conversation flowing from one topic to another. He asked about her family, and she asked about his students. It felt comfortable, like they had known each other for longer than just an hour. As they reached a bench overlooking the pond, Alex stopped. "Can I tell you something?" he asked, his tone suddenly a little more serious. Lena's heart gave a little jump. "Of course." He took a deep breath. "My name isn't actually Alex." Lena froze. All her earlier fears came rushing back. Who was this man? Why had he lied? Seeing the panic on her face, he held up his hands. "Wait, let me explain. My name is Ben. Ben Carter." The name sounded vaguely familiar, but Lena couldn't place it. She just stared at him, confused and a little scared. "About a year ago," he continued, his voice soft, "you were walking home from work. It was raining. A car sped through a puddle and soaked you completely." A memory, fuzzy and distant, surfaced in Lena's mind. She had been furious and drenched. A man standing at the bus stop had seen it happen. He had laughed, not in a mean way, but a genuine, surprised laugh. Then he had walked over and offered her his dry umbrella. She had been too grumpy to accept it properly, muttering a no, thank you before hurrying away. But she remembered his face. She remembered his kind eyes. "That was you," she whispered, her eyes wide. Ben, Alex, whoever he was, nodded, a shy smile on his face. "It was me. I felt so bad for laughing. I tried to give you my umbrella, but you were too fast. I never forgot your face. You looked so fiercely independent, even while you were dripping wet." Lena didn't know whether to be angry, flattered, or creeped out. "So, what? You've been stalking me?" "No. No, not at all," he said quickly, his expression earnest. "It was a complete coincidence. 2 weeks ago, I was scrolling on the app, and I saw your profile. I couldn't believe it. I recognized you immediately. I knew if I used my real name, you might remember the awkward umbrella incident and not want to talk to me. So I used my middle name, Alex. I just wanted a chance to talk to you. To have a real conversation without you running away." He looked at her, his eyes full of hope and a little fear. "I'm really sorry I lied. I understand if you want to leave right now. I'll pay for your coffee, and you'll never have to see me again. I just had to take the chance." Lena was silent, processing everything. It was a lot to take in. A lie was a lie. But it wasn't a malicious one. It was strangely romantic? Or was it just weird? Her thoughts were a jumble. She thought about their conversation in the café, how natural it felt. She thought about how he had listened to her. That was all real, wasn't it? The person she had been talking to for the past hour was the real Ben, even if the name was wrong. She looked at him, at his honest, worried face under the glow of the park's lamplights. The stranger from the rain, the charming date from the café, they were the same person. "You're a high school history teacher?" she asked finally. He looked confused by the question. "Yes. I am." "And you really did ruin your niece's birthday cake with salt?" He chuckled softly. "Sadly, yes. My sister still brings it up at every family dinner." Lena nodded slowly, a small smile touching her lips. "Okay, Ben." She said his real name, testing it out. It felt right. The walk was nice. "But lying about your name means you definitely owe me dessert." And this time, you're not allowed to bake it. Ben's face lit up with a relieved and happy smile. The worry in his eyes vanished. I think that's a very fair punishment. There's a great gelato place 2 blocks from here. As they walked out of the park, the first stars began to appear in the darkening sky. Lena wasn't sure what would happen next. This wasn't a normal first date. It was stranger, more complicated, but perhaps it was also the beginning of a much better story. She glanced at Ben, who was telling her about his student's latest history project, and she knew, with a sudden, clear certainty, that she wanted to find out.